Like so many young people today, when I graduated college a long time ago, I had a degree that wasn't applicable to my professional life, but I was diligent enough to pick up some books and to learn Microsoft Office. And that enabled me to acquire employment as an office temp, typing papers and answering phones. And I did this for many years until I was hired full time by one of those clients. This was one of the most prominent architectural firms in New York City. And the person who hired me was the CFO of that company. I didn't know it at the time, but Jeffrey became one of the most influential mentors I've ever had in my life. And I'm very grateful for having had that experience. I want to put this into perspective for you. Imagine this architectural firm with about 80 architects, and they all had cubicles throughout the office. But Jeffrey had his own office, and he split his desk with me. I actually shared an office with him, and at the time I thought this was just an operational thing, that there wasn't space out with the architects. But in retrospect, I realized that this enabled him to mentor me, to teach me, to coach me, to guide me, to make me a more valuable employee with more skills because of that proximity. This was for my benefit. And Jeffrey followed a very similar path to my own. He went to school for fine art, and that wasn't applicable to his professional life, so he learned these financial skills and became very successful. And during my time at that company, Jeffrey taught me a lot of his skills. He taught me some finance, I did some bookkeeping. He taught me graphic design. I was modifying images of some of the biggest, tallest, most prominent buildings in Manhattan. We bought a bookbinding machine, and I was producing catalogs that were presented to the top real estate tycoons in the country. And all of these skills made me so valuable as an employee that when the company went through a layoff and cut half of their staff, I survived. And I acquired the responsibilities of 3 or 4 other people in my department. And I was able to handle it. I did a good job. But I responded very negatively because I didn't see an increase in salary with this increase in responsibility. So I said to Jeffrey, dude, I need a raise. You need to give me more money. But this wasn't within his power. It wasn't within his budget to give me that raise. So he said to me, I'm going to talk to you as a friend, not as your boss. Let me tell you my story. Whenever I reached a plateau at another company, I left. I interviewed at other places. I got increases in my salary, and with each jump, I got more money, more responsibility, and a greater title, and now I am where I am today. And it was like a light bulb went off in my head. I realized for the first time that I wasn't trapped. I could go anywhere I wanted. I had so many choices in life, and all of these skills that I acquired in working with Jeffrey at this company gave me more choices. So I started interviewing, but I wasn't a very good interviewee, so I didn't get any of those jobs, but I still had that mindset that I was not trapped. And I used all of these skills that I acquired, these graphic design skills, some business skills, and marketing skills, and I started my own company. I created an e-commerce business with a friend. And within 6 months, we had enough revenue where I could leave my position, and I did. And there was a very amicable parting of ways, and I still consulted for this firm for a while after I left. And after my business partner and I sold this company, I pursued a career in digital marketing. And over the last 20 years, I was able to mentor dozens of people in the same way that Jeffrey was able to mentor me. And I'm very grateful for the experience that I had, for being so lucky to have come across somebody who would teach me all of these things, not just in terms of mechanical skills that I could use, but in terms of the mindset that I needed to have to become a more successful person. I'm very grateful for that experience, and I'm also very grateful for being able to give that gift to others. The feeling that one gets from knowing that they have helped others find their own purposes in life is immeasurable. And I have my mentor to thank for that.